Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons on Overdrive Theatre. My name is Neil and I will be your Dungeon Master for this evening. Joining me are Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm playing a halfling light but halfling rogue called Milo.
My dude, it's been a week. We also have Nick.
Hi, my name's Nick. I am playing a Wood Elf Ranger called Banther Snipes.
We have James.
I am the Forge Cleric, Kador. No, that's my Warcraft character. Varsin Kador's son, in fact. There we go.
And we have Chantelle.
And I'm Chantelle, and I'm playing a Wood Elf Bard named Sariel.
Excellent.
Look,
last
10
time...
years of playing that character. It's difficult to get that name out of my head, okay?
Oh, Kador. Right.
Yeah,
last time things happened. So you are on the open sea. You were on a boat called the Terror, which was a brig, if you want to eBay that, if you want to Wikipedia that. You were in a place in the sea called Elsewhere Deep, and you had, well, something happened. You were attacked. Things kind of got a little bit spicy. You did a significant amount of damage to the Kraken, which wrapped its tentacles around the boat and pulled it down into the briny deep. However, Alex did ask at the end of last session if there was anything you could do to have saved the boat. There was a contingency in place for you having saved the Terror, and there was in fact a siege weapon on the front of it. But I mean, this is basically Dungeons and Dragons story mode here, so we're gonna carry on. Would you like to carry on? It doesn't matter. We're just moving on. You ended up in the water, in the sea, in the big blue sea, near another ship called the Renown, which, for all intents and purposes, is a derelict. And that is where we begin. So yeah, the boat is just the Terror is just sunk away from you. You made it to
It's not just me.
I cannot understate how hot it is in here, because it is so super hot. You pop up to the surface like little wood elf and I was gonna say goblin. You just look like goblins. You are in fact dwarves and
Small people.
Small people. Yeah, I should remember what is halflings. It's a halfling, it's a dwarf, and it's two wood elves, and that's the easiest thing in the world to remember. But considering the party historically has problems with doors, you might forgive me for that one. Anyway, yeah, you're in the sea. You might want to get swimming to somewhere.
Yeah,
head towards the other boat.
Head towards the other boat. We established there were no swim checks, but you could do an athletics check just to get yourself through the water. Just basically
water.
Don't roll a 1. And
I rolled a 1.
Did you really roll a 1?
But I got a 4 technically.
Oh, 1's a natural.
Wait, it was a natty 1.
That was a natty 1. So yeah. You drown.
So what did everyone else get?
Athletics?
Yeah,
I got
please.
7.
Please get me with the athletics, boys.
4.
4, a 7,
22.
and a 22.
I'm climbing on his back and just riding him all the way to the other ship.
The person who most looks like an ocean boy actually propels themselves through the water with much grace. I can see that. I can see that on Discord.
2 cameras, in fact. So it's like double the fun.
Double the fun. Yeah, you propel yourself forward through the water. You were made for the sea. Everyone else is just about keeping their head up and splishing and splashing, then making some headway. With the exception of...
Do I seem struggling?
Yeah, you do.
I'll help him.
He's spluttering. So that's Banther. That's Nick. He's spluttering. He's coughing water out of his face hole. He's not having a fun time.
Help! I'm being repressed.
I will go and help his repression.
I'm gonna make you do another athletics check just to...
Disadvantage? Because I'm trying to carry 2.
Yes, please. Disadvantage. We need the disadvantage on this one. What did you get?
I got a natural 20 and a 14. So that still makes it 17.
Yeah, no, you have no problem dragging his body through the water. It is, in fact, well, as if you were made to be some sort of life boy.
I'll be ready.
Oh my word.
Holy balls.
So you straight do a Baywatch on him, and you guys manage various
Eat a
speeds.
heart out of half. Oh yeah.
Yeah, despite the fact that the cleric is probably the least hydrodynamic of all of you, manages to take the wood elf and get to the renown. The renown itself is, I think we established, is a sloop. Some of the sails are up but in disrepair. Some are missing entirely. The rigging is sort of in tatters. There are ropes dangling down the sides of the boat, down the sides of the gunwales. And you managed to find purchase. And, by that point, the sailors from the Terror who made it over have already dropped rope ladders down. So you find your way onto the boat. As you make it onto the decks, you hear.
I was about to say, where's Walt Wings McGee?
You hear the sort of cries and almost plaintive bleatings as Lillian is left stranded, splashing in a little water ring, even little faded red, faded to pink. She's not having a fun time, and she seems to have lost her hat.
Get her.
She's lost her hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
As the Terror sank, her hat was probably the last thing on her mind.
Probably got blown off with all the air. It's like poof.
Yeah. I mean, when you're terrified of the water, the open water, the last thing you're thinking of is, where's
Do you
my
want
hat?
more athletics checks?
One more, just one more. I'm gonna say
20, not natural.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you managed to go and grab Lian. It's fine. You're basically just grabbing hold of the ring. You're not struggling to carry her. She's not.
She's kind of just
heavy
floating
anyway.
there, and I'm just like, come here.
Yeah, you make like a dwarven tug boat and just sort of
Choof.
yeah. Have we got all the nautical references out of the way?
Kevin Costner, eat your heart out.
Kevin Costner, the Waterworld. Oh my, that.
I'm trying to think of what the films I'm like.
I mean,
We've had
you've already
Baywatch.
you've already done a Titanic.
Oh, we've had Titanic yet. What's missing? We've had 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, then.
20,000 Leagues. Yeah, you had the Kraken. 20,000 Leagues Kraken. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Yeah, I'm going with probably. Oh. I'm running out. Master and Commander. Have we done? No, you
don't know
haven't.
that one.
Yeah,
The
you have.
Abyss.
Oh, Master and Commander is an excellent film, and everyone should watch it.
The
Meg.
Abyss is a good one. The Meg's great. I love it.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Meg.
It's great.
The Abyss is amazing. The Meg is not. The Meg is everything wrong
It's
with
a
modern
popcorn
cinema.
flick. It's great.
It was terrible.
What makes it awesome?
So hello and welcome back to Overdrive Theatre. You're watching the Movie Hour, where we just talk about nautical themed movies.
Welcome to the nautical theme mashup.
Mashup, yeah. I mean, I don't know how popular this is going to be. We record these kind of in advance, and honestly, yeah, okay. Yeah. Historically, the channel's been very small, I don't think.
Oh,
So anyway,
obscure film. Never mind.
obscure film. What? Das Boot?
No, Trouble in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I knew
Okay.
you would get it, but
that was a TV show.
it was film too.
Oh, they did a film. That was with Holcomb.
Two, in fact.
Anyway, I should probably look at my notes, which today are
Don't
written on,
involve Hulk Hogan.
are written on one sheet of A5 paper.
Oh, we've upgraded to paper now.
I've
geez.
upgraded from envelopes to paper. This is how much my disdain for
Legendary's
you has-
incoming. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Richard Ayoade do a movie called Submarine that didn't have any submarines in it?
Yes, he did.
There you go, sort of subnautical. That's my input.
Okay. The only film not to have any sort of maritime reference. Yep. So everything's as you would expect. The boat seems to have been abandoned as the last of the Renown, the Terror's crew boards the Renown. It's just looking at the ship that you're on. It looks a lot sleeker than the one you had previously been on. It looks like it's built for speed. and really just cutting through the ocean waves.
B2.
The fog, the mist that envelops you while the Kraken was attacking is gone. It is now a clear blue day with a gentle breeze.
What, like a deep blue sea?
Deep blue sea, yeah.
Stop.
Somewhere in the distance, a mako shark breaches the water, does a little flip and back in again. Specifically a mako. Yeah.
Isn't that a reactor?
What, the mako reactor? There's also, isn't it?
That's Final Fantasy. He's just trying to wind me up now.
I was going with the makos from Star Trek, but okay.
Mako Reactors was from Final Fantasy VII, a game that James knows I cannot play because I do not have the latest.
I haven't got it yet.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, you see Ariso and Bosun.
Oh, he made it! Excellent.
Bosun Bob. Yeah, he was in.
Bosun Bob. Everyone's Bob.
Well, he was fighting the Kraken with you. But yeah, everyone on the boat mysteriously called Bob. Not sure why. Yeah, a lot of power in a name.
A lot of missing Bobs, though.
A lot of missing Bobs. Yeah, there's quite a few
There's
less.
red
of
shirt Bob.
The crew.
There's the other red shirt Bob.
Carpenter Bob.
I'm not going to stop you doing film references. I love it. Anyway,
it's basically our lives. It's just one giant like
like
movie
I said,
reference.
This is D&D story mode. Come for the chats, not for the strategies, because you ain't getting it.
Strategy? And then
yeah.
Wheeled Bob.
Yeah. So
Wheeled Bob.
Ariso's leaning on the rail and is just looking out over the sea. It's like, damn, them avocados. And as you look out in the direction you're staring, you can see a broken crate with little green fruit just sort of bobbing up and down in the sea. That's what we call a callback. You'd have to have seen last episode to get that one. Excellent.
Yes, I totally remember the avocados.
Free Shavakadu?
Free
Free
Shavakadu!
Shavakadu. I remember saying that. It was about
I
it.
was going to say, I remember you said Free Shavakadu.
So the crew goes around and starts taking an inventory of what is and isn't here. Obviously, the Renowned's original crew missing. Hatches are open. Down below, there are barrels of rum. Although water has filled the hold somewhat. It's about a foot deep in, a mixture of briny water. It's not great down there.
Better get pumping, James.
The ship.
I was going to say, was there anything needed being repaired? I would go down now and try
there's
and repair.
a lot of stuff that needs to be repaired. The ship's launch. So the ship's launch or yawl.
Lunch. What?
So you came over on the ship's launch, but this may have had a yawl, which is like a launch, but it's got its own sails. It's a small little boat. That's missing, gone, and no sign of the crew. Obviously, there is some food on board, but it's essentially barrels of ship's biscuits, which, if you've never seen a ship's biscuit,
It's nasty.
is hard. You can use it to
Like
hammer
eating
nails
concrete.
in. However, the way you eat it is you soak it in something like alcohol. Or grog or something to soften it up before
At the
eating it.
same time, booze.
Yeah, you gotta soak it in something. So there are barrels of ship's biscuits. These are sealed, and even though they're kind of floating around in the cargo hold, probably going to be okay. So yeah, the ship needs a lot of repairs. It needs to be re-rigged. The sails need...
Before, I will spend 10 minutes, or however long I can. Hang on a minute.
Yep.
I'll spend 10 minutes or so and cast Purify Food and Drink.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's all
So
edible.
I mean, the cargo is rum, so that's not going to go off. So
No,
what
no,
are you,
no,
what are you
just the
purifying?
biscuits.
So you're purifying the biscuits.
Yeah. Like
Did
a
you...
10-foot sphere.
Okay. So does that include the food and the drink? Anything in that sphere is
Food and
purified?
water in that sphere.
So you take the time, you concentrate and channel divine energy. And the food, these biscuits, they're all sort of
Doesn't taste any better, but it won't kill you.
yeah. The crew sort of stacks them together, and they're better than they were. I mean, they're ship's biscuits, but the water around it,
It'd just be like shrug and be like, sorry, lads.
which you can't really detect, is also purified, but for a moment, as the rest of the bilge water just kind of floods back in.
Yeah, that's fine. I can create fresh water anyway. So
Okay. It takes a while. It takes time. Everyone. I'm going to say, anyone lending a hand to the repairs.
Yeah,
What?
sure.
the person with mending. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Mending
keep my
and
eye out to the horizon. Just
I
in
was
case
gonna
we
say,
get attacked again.
I was going to say, shouldn't we have a couple of eagle eyes on watch?
I've still got the spyglass.
Okay, you've still got the spyglass. You're going back up to the crow's nest.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Go on with D20.
Nick Banther, are you also going up there? Or are you?
Yeah, why not? Let's head on up.
So
You
Banther and Milo, the halfling and the wood elf, they climb back up. I want an athletics check from both of you just to see, just to make sure you make it. Just to
Roll
make
off
sure
and
you
die.
make it.
19.
19. Yeah, the halfling just scales up like a little monkey man. However, the wood elf takes his time, a lot slower, but he does it. Bearing in mind that the dice check is the check of your ability to do something. So
Smaller ship, smaller rigging, slightly harder for bigger people. It's fine.
the ship's about the same size.
Smaller rigging for bigger people.
Okay. I'll pretend to nod and agree with whatever you've said.
I'm in the guts of the ship hammering things.
The Hunt for October.
Never seen that.
It's good
Red
fun.
October, standing by.
It was alright.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey!
Best film ever. Ever.
I don't know why that didn't come to me.
No, I gotta say, Hackers, 1995, directed by Ian Softly with
But that's not
Johnny
good.
That's
B.
not
Miller.
nautical.
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 It's not nautical,
Okay.
but it is the best film ever.
They do drink
Okay,
water.
fine. Best nautical film ever. Ever.
I'll give it to you because it's probably the Jaws
Muppets
is
Treasure
probably
Island.
one that I've watched most. But Muppets is very close second.
I'll accept that. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to say that Edelson, Varson, James,
Sure.
you help with repairs. Sariel, Chantelle, are you doing anything to help out?
I mean, I'm not sure what I can do, but yeah, sure. I'm more of a,
You've got a waterlogged
Boost.
loot.
I was going to say boost morale kind of person, but
At
I'm
least
not
kind of-
sure that would help in this situation. I think helping repair the boat's probably the best course of action here.
Okay, you tag along with some of the crew. I'm just going to ask you to roll decks a couple of times and just.
Sounds like trying to kickstart a flooded motorbike. Ah!
Just straight decks.
Yeah, just straight decks a couple of times, just to make sure you don't
Smash
slip
yourself in the
and break
hand with a
anything.
hammer. You know, stab yourself in
Yeah.
the eyeball with a plank.
We're not gonna get too detailed. I mean, we've been talking about films for the last 10 minutes. So.
Well, the first roll was a 4.
I mean, you don't break anything.
And we Dexy, what's that?
And then I rolled a 14.
That's better.
It's getting better. So yeah, as you take guidance from the crew, and they're showing you literally the ropes, how to rig, and they're showing you knots and things. It's slow to get started, but you pick it up. It's someone with the dexterity to play a stringed instrument. This isn't too far different. This is just a much bigger instrument, the size of a boat maybe. So yeah, you guys spend the day.
Just don't be doing any stage diving off of it.
Well, you stage dive into the sea, and then I make you roll to see if you break your damn neck. So,
Ground.
I'm
Hold on.
good. I'd like to keep my feet dry for a little while.
so some people are swabbing the deck. Some people are,
Swabbing for pathogens.
getting out, getting sails rigged and everything. There's work to do. This thing's been drifting. This thing's essentially been a ghost ship. As the day comes to sort of draws to a
That was
close.
terrible.
What?
Have you seen that film? It's terrible.
Which film?
Ghost
Ghost
Ship.
ship.
Yes, I have. It's got one interesting feature right at the beginning where everyone gets chopped in half, and then the rest of it is appalling.
Yeah, that's the best scene in the whole film.
Yeah. So yeah, the sun starts to drop down on the horizon, and you guys in the crow's nest. It's actually kind of a beautiful, romantic evening. Just two of you up in the crow's nest and everything.
Give us a kiss.
Just in the background, you hear, "It's a beautiful day."
Ah.
I mean, I can start strumming that if you want on my waterlogged lute.
Plang, plang.
So you what are we doing? We're doing dinner time. So the ship's bell is rung, and it's a change of shift. So you guys in the crow's nest are relieved.
Is it
And-
getting late then? Are we going for a rest?
Yeah, it's getting to rest time of day.
In that case, instead of them eating the ship's planks for dinner, I'll just summon. I can't. No, water. Never mind. Carry on. Biscuits for everyone.
Biscuits for everyone. Biscuits and rum for
I'm not
everyone.
high enough for everyone yet. I can create food. Can't do it yet.
So did we mention these guys have gone up to level 2? Because I think that's an important distinction between last episode and this episode. WhatsApped everyone, and it was just like, your valiant efforts at
Not dying.
not dying, you are now all level 2. So, duh. Which is kind of interesting because we rolled out the Kraken at level 1.
Bacon.
And yeah, it was the fact
You
that
rolled out the rum at level 1.
it was the fact that it was interested in the ship that you were on, and the crew were helping to fight it, that you even, it just couldn't focus on everyone. Although
So
it
we
was
taking
definitely
long
trying.
rest then?
Yeah, so ship's biscuits come out. You were given a hammock each, which you can set up below decks. I was going to ask if you had any preference on dinner, but obviously not. It's a biscuit and some rum. Take it
Fine with
however
that.
you want. As you,
Preferably orally?
I mean, you could try the
No.
ship's biscuit as a suppository, but it might actually kill you.
What did I get? Biscuit.
Ship's biscuit. It just blew out his anus.
Jason's special biscuit.
So, yeah, I'm going to say, unless anyone has anything they want to do before the end of the day.
No.
No, I'm gonna find like a cloak or
A
something.
comfy
and
corner and go to sleep.
Go back up to the crow's nest. Wrap up there.
Well, you're going to need a rest. So this is rest time, essentially. Unless you want to fall asleep and fall out of the crow's nest. It's not a good place to go to sleep, and I would make a roll for you throughout the night several times
And
in an
not
attempt
die.
to not roll out and fall 60 foot. Yeah, it's a heck of a way of falling out of bed in the morning.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, halfling fell out of the crow's nest.
Head on down.
With the
and
ship, so
go
with the
inside.
ship rolling, when you are 60 foot off the deck, what happens is any slight motion down below means that the whole, the actual rotational force of where you are is quite a lot.
So we're all
Um,
going, la la la, and you're going, ah!
Yeah, essentially, you could literally be tipped out of the crow's nest and into the sea, and then they'd never find you because
Oh, we should tie a rope to him because then it'll be like ball in the cup.
ball in a cup.
Oh no, his
Okay.
ball's falling out of his cup.
But it's okay
Ball
because
in a
it's on a
cup.
string.
And a
I think
technical
it's a
cup.
ball.
As you set up for bed,
I'm not sorry.
hooking your hammocks over the beams down below. Lillian comes up with a small clay flask, and she says, "I've got something." Just hands everyone a little shot glass, just a nightcap. Says, "Thank you for, pulling me out of the sea. It's not my proudest moment. I really don't do well with water, especially deep water."
First time swimming.
She just
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on her and clean her up a little bit just to make her feel a bit better.
Oh, she is already clean.
Oh,
Don't
that's
worry
all right
about that. Yeah, no, that was the first thing she did. Yeah, she has
She's like,
she has certain skills, certain abilities, and taking care of herself is
We'll find you, and I will clean your clothes.
Yeah, she's good at that. Yeah, so she hands everyone a shot. It's a little clear liquid, and she says, something Charlie might not have told you about this journey. He gave you a name. It was Tethys, I think. There is power in a name, and the person we're going to meet really doesn't have one. Not one that they would be willing to give out. It is something that concerns mortals, knowing someone's name. And honestly, when you're beyond mortal, keeping it a secret is something that you desperately want to do. Some people know her as the Witch of the North, some as Lady Twilight. It would be advisable to allow her to address herself when we meet. Just a word of wisdom.
What up,
Good.
Queenie?
And she
Queenie,
says, she says good night and just takes the shot.
Go!
Anyone else drinking this stuff?
Yep,
Yep. Gross.
absolutely.
I'm gonna shut it down like it's fun.
I'm going to pass mine off to someone else.
Yo!
I'm going to pass mine off to the
What?
cleric.
Okay. Yeah, it's alcoholic. It's not that strong. It's spiced. You can detect aniseed, licorice. It's actually quite nice. It's really warming. Whatever it is.
Absinthe, but not green.
Yeah. No varies for you.
Yeah. And
It's absence without the wormwood.
yeah, she leaves and she goes off to the back of the ship where she's found her own cabin. Actually,
Fair
for the
enough.
sailors, they tend to sleep on
Yeah,
the decks.
I'll go find a whatever.
So yeah, you set up the hammocks and prestidigitate and clean up and whatever, and then sleep. And it's not difficult to sleep after the day's adventures and after the
After my 20 laps.
after the swimming, unexpected swimming trip. Sleep takes you, each and every one. Now, I'm going to need rolls from everyone, but one at a time, if you will. Do I need rolls from everyone, or do I just need... Oh, that's going to be... How tricky is this? Yes, roll percentage dice. Please roll your percentage dice now.
Yep.
Dropped one.
D&D
You-
Beyond doesn't have one.
Does.
Yeah, it does. It's your D100.
D100.
It does
The
have one.
Little red thing.
Would you like to know mine?
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more?
Yes, please.
75.
75.
71.
Chantelle is 71. So Varson is 75. Sariel is 71.
47.
Alex, Milo is 47.
I just don't know what's going on.
You roll
23.
23. Ooh, okay.
So
I'm
that's not so
I'm
good.
just saving up the high rolls for later.
Damage! Yeah!
So-
look at that.
If I went with D&D Beyond, I would have got 7.
Yeah, so the thing about a random... So the difference between a physical dice, like a physical dice, and a random number generator on the internet or on a computer is that a random number generator on a computer isn't random. Computers don't do random. You can make it look random, but it really isn't. Whereas a dice is very random. And yeah. So
Unless it's weighted on one side.
Unless it's
Yep.
weighted on one side, in which
All
case
badly made.
in which case your shoes become mimics. Or badly made. Yeah, the plastic dice tend to... You have dice jail.
Some of
because-
them,
yeah.
some of them are badly made. If they're dual colors, they tend to be unbalanced.
My dice are
Yeah.
plastic.
No, it's the plastic ones that
Resin,
work
but-
here. But these ones. But I prefer the metal ones because... focus? You gonna focus? Nope. Yeah, whatever.
I prefer my purple D10.
Yeah, you get purple ones. So,
Well, that's my D10 set. That's the only, one of the few sets of
So-
dice I've got.
I'm just being shown everyone's dice on Discord. Like,
You love
nobody
it.
else, nobody
Carry
else
on.
can see this.
Why not?
Because I'm not showing people Discord.
Okay.
Like,
Really good thing to be honest.
yeah, I'm the only one who has to suffer an hour of being sat in front of the camera. And I hate it. I hate looking at my own face.
I hate looking at your face too, it's fine. How much damage do you want me to roll? 5d20?
No, that was a critical. Straight to my heart.
Is that the one kept in the jar?
Yes, that's the one I keep in a jar in the fridge. So, James Varson. Okay, this is going to be fun.
Root beer.
Everyone has a deep and, well, disturbed sleep. The events of the previous day have taken their toll, and as you toss and turn in your hammocks, Varson.
No, unicorn! Don't touch me there. What?
You dream deeply that you're standing on the moon, or at least a moon.
It's made of cheese.
Now, your character might not know what they're looking at initially, but for everyone playing, you're standing on the surface of the moon. As you look at your feet and sort of tap them against a floor, dust rises up and drifts. You have no trouble breathing. That's absolutely fine. And as you look up, you see the night sky, stars as far as the eye can see. In fact, you are staring into the heart of the cosmos. In front of you is a planet, and you recognize some of the features from maps you've seen in the past. That is home, and in front of you, Rália, which is the continent that you are on at the moment.
Oh look, there's Kandor.
As you watch, a shadow appears from behind the world. Dark. It is another planet. So close that you swear the two could collide.
That's no moon.
I've just got Mars right in the planets in the back of my head now. So.
The difference between the two is that your home is eclipsing the second planet. But you can see the continents, even in the dark, even in as the planet is shrouded. You see ribbons of light crossing from one continent to the other. It's like they're picked out in, well, light. Great, I wrote myself into a corner.
Unicron.
Yeah. I mean, it's like looking at the Earth, at the dark side of the Earth, essentially. That, you have no idea what's causing it, why it's there. Maybe it's some dark magic. No idea.
It's just a load of ever-burning torches, it's fine.
Yeah, viewed from space. Next one up, Chantelle, so Sariel. Oh, good. This one's fun. You wake up during the night to a completely abandoned ship. It is nothing. The decks are completely clear. Everything that was broken is now fixed, repaired. It's as if the ship were new. As you make your way up on deck, there is a gentle night breeze blowing. There are stars as far as the eye can see, from horizon to horizon, and not a cloud between. As you make your way forward to the bow of the ship, that's the pointy end for anyone who doesn't.
Thank you. I
yeah.
never remember what they're called.
Yeah, the bow. You see a rat, a mouse, and a cat sat just behind the bowsprit. The bowsprit's the pointy sail bit at the front. They're wearing cloaks, and the cat's even wearing boots. That's no dream. We left her. Okay, cool. Yeah, and the three animals are just staring up at the moon. So that's fun.
Yeah, that's not a dream. We just literally just left on the ship. We're like, nope, bye.
Yeah.
I really think that when this is all done, I need to go and see a doctor of some sort.
You completely cleaned the ship, restored it to its factory settings, then pieced out and just left on the ship for the lols. The whole crew is just floating in the middle of nowhere. Next up, Alex. That's Milo. Oh, I mean, this is also fun. Your dream. You're standing in a field of grass, long grass. Well, I'd say knee high.
Like 4 inches high, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you're the shortest of the party. Ahead of you is a mirror. The sort of mirror that you would find in a dressing room, a full-length mirror with wooden surround. Behind it stand a woman and a child. The woman is dressed in greens and white, and the child stands holding a wooden sword with a small paper hat on his head. As you approach the mirror, you see that the surface of it is covered in its with ripples of ice, and behind it, fire burns. Yeah.
Is there a hole in the mirror?
As you
No, but there's a man in the mirror.
Yeah. As you walk closer to the mirror, you stop. Not voluntarily or of your own volition. Hands break free from the ground itself and grab you around your ankles.
Oh yeah, real deep sleep.
As you look around the field, as far as you can see, bodies start breaking free of the earth. So that's fun.
Out here in the fields,
Well, I mean, if you build it, they will
they will
rise.
come.
And that brings us to Nick Banther.
27.
Hello.
Here we go.
I did not forget about you either.
Don't forget about me.
Have fun with this one, old chum.
Don't you forget about me.
I haven't forgotten about him. And that's Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So you find yourself walking through the driven snow, packed hard under your feet. It crunches and cracks as you step forward. Around you are white cliffs and rises, just on an almost featureless landscape. Ahead of you is a small, low wooden building. As you push open the door, you hear the creaking of wood. There's nothing inside. It looks like an old hunting cabin. There's a cold stove and some snow has drifted in and, caused little drifts.
Little drifts.
Chemtrails.
Sorry, I just have to turn my phone off because Alex is doing stuff in WhatsApp. Like a butthole.
Everybody look down.
Yeah. You hear the creaking of the door again, and as you turn, it's not the creaking of a door you hear. It's the creaking of bone on bone. Behind you is a skeleton, and behind them another and another and another, all staring directly at you, all coming through the snow towards you.
I didn't know you watched Game of Thrones.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I was literally just thinking, badger, 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 badger.
Yeah.
I was thinking more.
Here. Nope.
I just have the cliffs of Dover going through my head as well. As it just...
Vera
I did that.
Lynn.
No, Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson?
No chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what.
Many references that certain people get and other people have no idea.
No. No, I've never seen Game of Thrones. And then when the last episode came out and revealed the whole plot, I kind of lost interest in trying to watch it. So, yeah, it's one of those things I'm just going to give a miss. Sorry.
I would.
Yeah.
I got the first season if you really want to, but
The little
Nah.
underage girl who's not actually underage stabs the Witch King.
I'd say spoilers, but I mean, I'd rather rewatch Lex, to be honest. Yeah, you're all awake. In your own time.
awaken.
It is the dawn.
Awaken.
It is the dawn of a new day, new world, new day.
Yes, I feel fully refreshed after that.
Yeah.
I
got a
will
wet
wake up,
patch around my trousers.
do my little prairie thing over me stuff as I do.
Just make some notes in your dream journal. It's like,
Oh yeah, I do need to write that. On the moon, don't know if it's made of cheese.
don't know if it's made of cheese. Perhaps the moon is not the bit that you need to make note of, but hey.
I seriously need to see a therapist. I have some kind of weird animal in clothing fetish, clearly.
That girl needs therapy.
Has any of you
That goes
mentioned
schematic.
that to anybody else? About
Yeah,
the
I
animals?
mentioned it to James's character last time.
I think you saw
Said
the mouse on
it
the
Say what
top
now?
of that.
might be a complete coincidence, but I've seen that rat and mouse before.
Okay, good.
Just go full furry.
Never go full furry. Wait a second.
Don't look at Nick's internet history.
Don't go anywhere near my.
Never go full fur. I can't even get the thing working.
While
Okay.
we're just like, he's doing it again. He's literally looking at what we need.
No, don't ever do that. Yeah. So new dawn, new day. Breakfast comes around.
It's a new
and
life
it
and I'm
is-
feeling good.
You are feeling good. It is rum and ship's biscuits for breakfast.
Yay!
You don't get avocado toast.
No free
Unfortunately.
shavakadoo!
So yeah, sorry about that. No avocado toast. As the boat now sails on, it is seemingly working. The rest of the crew have been working through the night, and it's looking okay. It could do with a fresh coat of paint. It could do with some time in dry dock, but otherwise, yeah, no, it seems to be going a lot faster than your previous boat. In fact, you are now in an area of the sea. You are in the Lonely Sea. You are now in an area of the sea called Mariner's Ruin. The dawn brings.
safe.
The dawn brings cold. There are clouds around you. None of you have like a history in the marine, do you?
None of us.
None of your backstories. No, okay. So you won't know the significance. But you do start to see chunks of ice floating in the sea.
Hear a voice from the front going,
Iceberg ahead! Oh,
Yeah.
Can't use that reference, we've already had that once. That's
Yeah.
annoying.
I'm gonna put my cold weather clothes on, as I know we bought them.
Yes, you did all buy cold weather clothes specifically for being in the cold weather. So, yes, if you have them, now is a good time to start putting them on.
Is it actually getting cold?
I mean, there's ice in the sea, so
It's getting cold in
It's
here.
cold.
Put on all your clothes.
Yeah, but ice
It
might
is-
float.
it is getting cold, and I will put my clothes on. Yes, good.
I'm gonna play my lute to keep my fingers warm.
You
I'll just
play.
start.
Yeah, are you?
What
Doing
was
what
that?
now?
Are you guys taking a turn in the crow's nest, or are
Yeah.
you? All right.
Turns.
Athletics. Yeah, you seem to like going up to the nest of
You
crows.
like climbing the pole?
Dirty
Going down is
20.
better.
What was that? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Nick, Banther, do you want to roll a
Oh, hang on.
No, I don't want to roll. Go away.
one time? They're going to roll a 1, and somebody's going to cannonball through the
10.
deck. All right. No, you make it up again. The halfling just scales much faster. Yeah, I mean, the ship sails on, and it's a good few hours. But eventually, from up in the crow's nest, as you scan the horizon, you do see a small speck of land. It looks to be an island. It's mountainous on one side, and on the side that you seem to be aiming towards is a lot lower, a lot flatter.
This is the point where I scream down, land ho.
Well, are you screaming down land ho?
Yeah.
Where? Where is she? What?
Okay, cool.
I mean, we've had fishy tarts, only seems reasonable. We now get land hose.
Some watery bint lobbed a scimitar at me.
Where's
What?
my sleeping bag?
But
Look,
I
last
didn't-
time I heard, she was in Chiswick. Sorry.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's great. Brilliant. Yeah, it's a good hour or so before you get close enough to see you. Everyone can now see the land as it comes up. You're picking your way through a strait on the way into what looks like a harbour that's been cut out of the ice.
Are we near like tundra?
Yes, this is very much tundra. This is not
Ice,
Tigra.
snow, nowhere to go.
Trapped in the blinding whiteness of the tundra.
Wind, my only friend.
I hate you.
The
well,
Mighty Boosh.
Well, you can't watch the Mighty Boosh on Netflix anymore because
No.
apparently Netflix got the wrong end of that particular stick and
Just trying to work out what this episode's going to be called.
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, we're full story mode at the moment. Yeah.
What's my name?
Eventually, the ship pulls into the harbour at Straylight. So you've made it as far as Straylight. Straylight is a town. It's an interesting town. As you peer over the side, as people on the quayside are pulling the ropes taut and mooring the ship, they seem to be dwarven. There's a lot of dwarves down there. The town itself, you can see from up on the deck because obviously the ship's a lot taller than the quayside is. There is what seems to be
Anybody sitting on the dock of the bay watching us?
No, it's the town itself seems to be built in some sort of like a radial fashion. There's a lot of canvas, there's a lot of wood, and the wood seems to be wood that you would find in either packing crates or stuff that might be nailed together, like partially pre-assembled. So,
Is there a tower in the middle of it all?
so you can't see that much in the way of trees. So you kind of assume that this definitely was brought in. There is, in fact, a tower in the middle of this all.
Is it belching smoke by any chance?
It is belching smoke.
I mean, do I get a warm feeling from it?
From the central tower that's belching smoke.
Yes.
You can definitely tell that that's where a lot of the heat and light are coming from. Are you disembarking?
It's that game.
Yeah, it is that game.
What game?
Frostpunk.
Frostpunk?
Never played it.
It's also how a lot of towns in, I think, is it Sweden or Finland or both?
Finland.
They're all centrally heated, so you have like a central heat, like a steam system, which heats all of the houses. Oh, Iceland. That's the one.
I watched James play it and he kept on dying.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
Jim.
no, I'm terrible at it. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. Even when I went back and played it on easy mode, it's still really hard.
Still super
Great game
hard.
though. Awesome game.
So, are you staying on the boat? Are you disembarking?
What's Captain Riccio doing?
Ariso.
Well, Ariso is the captain of the boat, so as soon as it's moored up, he disembarks with a group of sailors and heads off into the town.
Lillian is
Lillian is standing right next to you.
right.
I mean, how observant
shall
are you
disembark.
to not? I mean, she's right there.
I have only got a passive perception of 13.
Okay. No, she's right there. She says,
Righto.
she says, I'm going to have to go and arrange a form of transport for us to make it the rest of the way. Straylight is not our final destination. We're going to have to head out into the tundra. I hope you're prepared for this.
Get my wheelbarrow.
Okay.
I got my fuzzy boots on. I'm
What did I say? We've all got our, warm and fuzzy pants on.
She looks quite happy to clip-clop
Beyond
down.
terra firma.
Yeah, clip-clop down the gangplank and end up on terra firma. You have a feeling that the northern tundra is probably not the most friendly place for her type. What's her race again?
Tiefling.
Depends.
Tiefling. I was like,
Because you can get some which have got cold resistance.
yeah, I was like, wait a second. I've got this one. I've got it. Nope.
Nope.
When it leaves your mind, I've been watching a lot of like MTG videos, Magic the Gathering videos, kind of like all messed up at the moment. Yeah, so she clip-clops down the plank. Ignore me.
Plank.
I don't know
Blankety blank.
words.
Blankety blank. Right, I'll go down onto the quay then.
Yeah. Like I
Dockside,
said,
whatever you want to call it.
it is hot as anything. in
Anything.
here. Yeah,
It's like
so
a
hot in here.
spa or a steam room or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to remember the sauna.
Yes.
Just as well I'm wearing my heat be gone booties.
Heat to be gone, yes.
I've got Dave's disease.
Dave's
Dave's-
syndrome.
Dave's syndrome. Yeah. You walk down the gangplank. Yeah. There's no roads here, but there are a series of paths between. I'm going to say buildings, but essentially it's kind of like a large tent city or a large tent town. And the paths between are raised up on wooden duck boards, so you're not actually treading on snow here. You are treading on wood. As you walk into the town, you get a sense that if you're looking for anything of interest, like a bar or a tavern or anything like that, it's going to be closer to the center.
Nearer the warm.
Wait, if this is a
Nearer warm.
dwarven city, isn't every other building a bar?
Are you looking around?
Yeah.
All right, you look around. You get the feeling this is very much a mining town, very like on the frontier. And
Wolf's got a drink.
yeah, I'm just going to say you.
Welcome to the steel yard.
Yeah, you progress to the James. You work hard, you play hard. This is just film and TV references. Yeah, so you make towards the center of town. You catch a glimpse of the central furnace. It is a large brass and copper device, which seems to be fueled with coal, if anything. Which you can make out a small tramway, like a little 2-foot hand tram, with wagons that people are pushing up. So yeah, there's one large fire which seems to heat everything. There are copper tubes which run out radially out from this large furnace, and towards the very edges of the town, the copper tubes give way to canvas. So same like a canvas tube instead, and it's just a way of getting hot air from the center out to the outsides.
Angry water.
You find a tavern. It is very much like you would expect in a city of tents. And inside is a low wooden bar, as you would expect in a dwarven city of tents, which is essentially set up not really expecting travelers. This is very much the dwarven frontier town, and there are people in here. There are dwarves in here. However, looking at the time and knowing what we know, I think it is a good place to leave it for the time being. So. I'm going to thank you all for joining us. I'm going to say if you like this, definitely leave a like because it helps the video in the search rankings and stuff. I would also say subscribe if you haven't subscribed and click the little bell because that will give you notifications when videos go live. And I'll tell you what, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Flirtinis for everyone. Yarr.
The dwarves drink flotinis.
Why not?